to Arbitrage Mathematics channel. There's a math question really catching my eyeballs recently. It is an Olympiad Math primary school year 6 questions which involving the combined operations of fractions. You know what? When I first time saw this question, I was like, wow, how can the primary school questions can be so mind-challenging and consuming a lot of brain cells? Without any further delay, come, let's look at the question that I mentioned. Alright, here is the question that I mentioned. Well, I believe most of the students, when they got this kind of question, they will perform in this way. They will first calculating the value of 8 squared over 11 squared, which is 64 over 121 plus 121 over 64, right? And then minus this part, they will combine it, become single fraction. Okay, and then they will solve it accordingly. Well, actually I have another alternative way to solve this question, and this way is faster than the way that students use commonly. Alright? Well, so our first step is actually we can let x equals to 8 over 11 plus 11 over 8. Right? So which is this part, we let this part is x. Okay? So next, we can find x squared. What is the reason we find x squared? Because we need to get this 8 squared over 11 squared plus 11 squared over 8 squared, right? So that's why we need to find x squared. So if we find this x squared, we'll get this number times 2 times, right? Alright, so if we times 2 times, then we can expand it. So we know that 8 over 11 times 8 over 11, we get 8 squared over 11 squared, right? And then this part, 8 over 11 times 11 over 8, we got 88 over 88, right? Next part here, this one we'll get 88 over 88 as well. And then the last part here, okay, so we have 11 square over 8 square, right? So I further simplify this whole thing. So I know that this part we can change it become 2. So I can write this as 8 square over 11 square. So I write this first, plus 11 square over 8 square plus 2. Alright? So in other words, actually we can move this positive 2 to left hand side. So we'll get x squared minus 2 equals to 8 square over 11 square plus 11 square over 8 square. Right? Well, surprisingly, we know that the first equation here will turn it become x squared minus 2. Then we have minus x here, then divided by, so we know that this 8 over 11 plus 11 over 8 is x, right? So here is x, here is 1, here is plus, then times. Alright, this part we need to find out what is the value of 1 over 8 minus 1 over 11. Alright, so we can perform in this way. Well, so we can write 1 over 8 minus 1 over 11 square actually is equals to, we times it by twice, right? Alright, so as usual we can expand it. So we know that 1 times 1 is 1 square, which is 1, right? So we can write it as 1 over, this part is 8 square at the bottom. So next, 1 over 8 times negative 1 over 11, we will get negative 1 over 8 times 11. Okay, we don't simplify it first. Next part, this one. So we have negative 1 over 11 times 8, right? Then the last part is this one, you will get plus 1 over 11 square. And then we can simplify this one, right? So we can write 1 over 8 square plus 1 over 11 square. So here we have negative 1 minus 1, we'll get negative 2 over 11 times 8, right? And then next part, we can do what here? Actually, we can combine this part, okay, these fractions. So we know that we can times 11 square here, times 11 square, and then this part we can times 8 square, times 8 square, right? And then eventually we get, here is 8 square, 11 square, then on top here is 11 square, then plus 8 square over 11 square, 8 square, right? Right, so here is 8 times 11 or 11 times 8 also can. Okay, so next part, we can factorize this out. We can take out 1 over 8 times 11 out, right? So we can take this out. Then we left inside here we have 11 square over 11 times 8. Then here we left 8 square over 11 times 8. And then we take out 1 over 8 times 11, right? So this one we left minus 2. Alright, so here we get 1 over 88. And this part, what is the value of this? Actually, we can go back to the x here, okay? So if you simplify this one, okay, so if you combine this one becomes single fraction, we have 11 times 8, here is 8 times 8, plus here is 8 times 11, 11 times 11, right? So actually we will have, here is 8 square over 88, plus 11 square over 88. So surprisingly, this and this will be the same, right? So we can put this as x minus 2. Alright? So far so good, yeah? So now we have this one is equivalent to, you see here, 1 over 8 minus 1 over 8 minus 1 over 11, the whole thing square, is equivalent to 1 over 88 times x minus 2. So this part is 1 over 88 times x minus 2. Alright? So next we can simplify this whole thing by using the letters, okay, which is the algebra. Okay, so let me erase this first. Right. Okay, so now we'll get, hence we get this x squared minus x minus 2, right? Okay, then divide, I change it to over. Here is 1 plus x times with 1 over 88 times x minus 2, right? And then we can factorize the top part. After we factorize, we will get x plus 1 and x minus 2, right? And then the bottom part here is 1 plus x times with x minus 2, right? Times with 1 over 88. Then these two we can cancel it. So eventually we'll get 1 over 1 over 88. So which is 88. Right?
Here comes to the end of this video. If you like this video, like it, share it among your friends, and most importantly is subscribe to our channel so that you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. I will see you soon on next video. Take care. Bye bye.